What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing this I don't think I've done these types of videos before, but I am comparing two things in the Smash Bros. Series. Super Smash Bros. Brawl's Subspace Emissary Story Mode, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's World of Light Adventure Mode. Which one I think is better? Well, you guys are gonna have to find out at the end of the video. Now, if you follow my Twitter account, you should know the answer. But not everyone has Twitter, so yeah. Now, I know I've seen people do comparisons of like what has better gameplay, what has better content, whatever. But instead of that, I'm just gonna give up my personal opinions on each of the modes together, and then at the end I'll decide which one is the better of the two. So yeah, let's have some fun, shall we? First off, we're going to talk about Subspace Emissary. Now, I think this is an objective fact. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is the most controversial Smash Bros. Title in the entire series. It's just a fact, honestly. You may love the game, but some could be indifferent with it. It's mostly the gameplay, but still. I love Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and it meant so much to me as a kid, honestly. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. But Subspace Emissary was a very interesting mode that I saw. I think it was like at the time I saw it on videos on a certain YouTube channel I won't mention, and then it got me to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace. And it had a very deep story where Mario and Kirby were fighting, and then they see something called, well, it's called a subspace that sucks most of the area around. And it's up to all the Smash Bros. Well, some of the Smash Bros. Characters to see what the heck is going on. So yeah, that's the story. And honestly, it's pretty good. You get to see, there's so many cutscenes of like character interactions, like Mario and Pit work together. You have Link and Yoshi in the forest. Diddy Kong and Fox after DK gets trophied, I guess. There's just so many types of these cutscenes that you don't really see in Nintendo games, honestly. Like, this is what Nintendo's done so big, and it's just amazing. And there's also just so many cutscenes in the game, too, so yeah. And this is also at the time I didn't know some of these characters back when I was a kid, because I didn't know who the heck Pit, Marth, or any of these characters were until a little bit later. Although the only games I played are Mario and Kirby as a kid, so yeah. But once I knew these characters, I got into just got into the different series. Although I've only gotten into one game, which is Kid Icarus, kind of, even though it's only had like 2 games. So yeah. But regardless, Subspace Emissary is very fun. The story is great. Now the gameplay, on the other hand, it's fine, honestly. I understand the gameplay is probably the biggest problem with the game. It's not perfect at all, but I think this was due to the fact that some characters were too small or some were a bit large enough to make sure they platform and stuff. But other than that, I think it's fine. Also, the areas do look a bit... I understand, the areas look a bit bland, like Sky World, I guess. You have the plains, you have... I don't know. It's just weird. But, yeah, I won't really go too deep into this, but other than that, Subspace Emissary is pretty fun. Now, the biggest problem with this is the Great Maze. After getting all the fighters in the subspace, except for Ike. I actually forgot Ike the last time I played Subspace. Whoops. You get to explore the Great Maze, and I don't know, it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's a very boring experience. You have to go to different areas and go through different doors to kill every boss, every character's shadow, I guess, and make sure you get enough so you can get to the final boss. Oh yeah, Sonic just shows up at the very end. Okay, and then you also get to unlock 3 other characters, Toon Link, Wolf, and Jigglypuff. It's weird that they weren't included in the story, but I guess 2 Links would be a little too weird. Is that why Young Link wasn't in Smash Bros. Brawl? Who knows. So yeah, outside of the gameplay, Subspace Emissary is a fun time, and it's a pretty deep story as well. Something I've never seen in a Nintendo game. It's really hard for a Smash mode to top this, honestly. Alright, so yeah, that's my personal opinions on Subspace Emissary. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a fun experience. And and it has a lot of replay value, because I've beaten this in like 5 hours, I think. And yeah. So, that's Subspace. I guess we'll talk about World of Light. Now we're going to be talking about World of Light. Now, the story here is... I don't know. You have all the Smash Bros. Characters around, and then they get killed by this fin of light. I don't know, it's pretty... It was a pretty interesting cutscene at the time. Also, speaking of cutscenes, yeah, there's not too many of them. There's like about 5, 6 cutscenes, I think, in the actual game. I won't spoil anything if you really want to complete Subspace, although it has been like a year and a half since Smash came out, so I don't know if I need to worry, but just in case, you know? But regardless, Subspace, I mean, World of Light, it's actually pretty good. I find it a tad bit underrated. While it feels like it's 20 hours long, people only like it probably for the gameplay, and I agree, Ultimate's gameplay is the best in the series. So yeah. Because you have to grab these things called spirits, which are the collectibles of the game. So yeah, but other than that, I don't know. Subspace, God, I keep saying that. World of Light it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of references on the map as well, like a Donkey Kong Country level. That was the best thing I've ever seen. You have Bowser's Castle, you have that thing from Castlevania. Honestly, there's a lot of references in World of Light. So yeah, I just really enjoyed it, honestly. Now, other than that, I think, well, now at times that grabbing every single spirit and getting 100% might feel like a thing that you'll only do once and never do again, but World of Light was a very interesting experience, despite the fact it felt way too long. Although if you put a bunch of hours into it, you probably will get bored immediately. I felt like, geez, this thing goes on for a while. But I had to beat this just so I can, because you do unlock the soundtracks, so... yeah, but regardless, World of Light is a pretty good experience, honestly, and I found it underrated. Some people I've seen probably like it more than Subspace, and that's understandable because of the gameplay, and some probably prefer Subspace because of how long it is. Which one is better for me? Well, we're going to be talking about it right now. I won't go into the end game because I don't want to spoil too much. So yeah. And the winner is... Subspace Emissary. Honestly, I think it's just for nostalgia, but I've always replayed Subspace at least once a year, and I've never gotten bored of it, despite the fact that it's a pretty... while it can be boring at times, it's a very nice, chill experience. World of Light is good, but I feel like it's just one of those things that, since it's like 20 hours long, I believe, it's just you don't want to replay it. Also, Subspace Emissary is way more interesting than World of Light, and to be fair, World of Light has literally over 70 plus characters, so have fun making a plot that isn't a big mess. But regardless, I think both of these story modes are good in my opinion, but Subspace Emissary just meant so much to me, and I think it's just a better experience, and whether or not you like Brawl or not, I don't care. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. Which one do you think is better? Subspace Emissary or World of Light? I would like to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around. Later, folks.